When you're seeing this, if you're seeing this on the day of, it is imminently Canada Day. Hello, bonjour. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome. You know, the whole spiel, all the things. If you're returning, thank you so much. It's lovely to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Today's video is a part 2. So I'm going to put the first one up in the cards, but I did a Buy Canadian video a little while ago with a bunch of Canadian brands. I got a lot of great responses to that and a little bit like, here's another brand, here's another brand, here's this, here's that. So I'm going to feature a few more. If you want to see even more after this, I have enough for a part 3. So let me know if you want even more Canadian brands coming up. I can do that. I will also say, as a Canadian, it is very important to me to acknowledge that we are on Indigenous stolen land. I am from Toronto, or Toronto. I am from the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, the Wendat, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations. I am very, very happy to be here. I just like to acknowledge that. I'm going to link to as many discovery sets as I can, but not everything has a discovery set this time. But I will do my best. I'm also going to be looking at my notes. I'm sorry. So I'm going to do my best to look at you. There's 2 follow-ups I wanted to do on the first video. The first is I got to chat back and forth a little bit with Matthew Meleg after the video. He alerted me to his Etsy shop where he has a Canadian perfume series going. It's not on Meleg's website, but it is on the Etsy. Meleg's Canadian series is a tribute to the people and spirit of this land, its cities, its winters, its untold stories. This one here is called Élégie Boréale, and this specifically is for Montreal in the 1960s, which is cool. So the notes on this are bergamot, pear, cardamom. Heart notes are orange blossom, davana, and jasmine sambac. And base notes are patchouli, orris butter absolute, benzoin, musk, and vanilla bean tincture. That sounds delightful. So here's another specifically Canadian fragrance for you. Another part 2 of my Canadian series before was the 7 Virtues. The 7 Virtues released an April Fool's Day photo of this Oh Canada, Oh America line, but then announced that they are actually a thing that is coming. So I wanted to highlight Oh Canada specifically. This apparently is getting released on July 1st for Canada Day. It's going to be a limited edition scent. It has notes of maple cookies, warm pancakes, golden maple syrup, a middle of whipped vanilla, maple whiskey, and soft caramel, and a base of aged leather, gaiac wood, and smoky bacon. So this also sounds really interesting. I can see how very Canadian it all is. I'm hoping to get at least a sample of this. So that I wanted to highlight specifically Oh Canada. So the first brand I wanted to highlight is not really a perfume brand, actually. I wanted to highlight Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil is a Canadian circus company based in Montreal. You've heard of Cirque du Soleil. They're in Vegas. They're in everywhere. They're acrobats and circus and very modern and cool. Cirque du Soleil was founded in 1984 by Guy Laliberté and Gilles St. Croix. The reason why I am bringing them up is they released a fragrance. So this first fragrance I wanted to highlight is the Cirque du Soleil fragrance, which I own. It's a very Eye of Sauron little bottle here. This went viral last year. I'm sure you're all very aware of this one. But this is a Canadian brand because Cirque du Soleil is a Canadian circus. I don't know if they're planning on releasing another perfume or anything, or if this is the only one, but this did really, really well. Smells like a circus. It's got cotton candy and a little bit of a candied apple and a little bit of salty popcorn. It smells like a fair. It smells like a circus. It smells delightful. It is my scent of the day, so it's lasted quite long. Even in the heat, I wear this all 4 seasons. It works wonderfully. This one is moderately priced. Now recently they've started releasing 10 mLs of this, so if you wanted to try it, now is a great time. But this is a Canadian brand, so that is Cirque du Soleil. Second brand is a very affordable brand, very easy to get. It is Michel Germain. Since 1994, Germain has established himself as Canada's premier perfumer, largely thanks to the instantaneous success of Sexual, his very first fragrance. This brand is very frequently found in shoppers. They are pretty affordable. They're usually under $100. I have 3 from Michel Germain, and they're all from the same line. They're all from the Sugarful line. So this is Michel Germain Sugarful. This is a spring-summer scent for me. This is incredibly sweet. A very, very sugary strawberry scent. So sugary, in fact, that it sort of feels like it could rot your teeth a little bit, but hence the name Sugarful with the sugar shaker bottle. Incredibly strawberry-ish. It's not It's not a natural smelling strawberry, obviously, but that's not sort of really what they're going for. I really like this a lot. So that's Michel Germain's Sugarful. I also have two of the other flankers of this line. The first I will highlight for summer, since you're watching this in the summer. This is Michel Germain's Sugarful Sunshine. All of these flankers smell completely different from each other. I don't think there's a through line other than that they're very sweet. But this is a tropical, it's a very pineapple forward fragrance, like a sugary Jolly Ranchers kind of pineapple. It's got a little bit of like coconut, like water, maybe coconut water or something underneath it. This is Michel Germain Sugarful Sunshine. And then I have a third, Michel Germain's Sugarful and Spice, which is kind of a hell of a name, Sugarful and Spice. This is quite an unusual scent to me. I haven't really smelled too many things like this. The only thing I can kind of compare this to that you may have smelled is Billie Eilish's number 3. It to me smells pretty similar to that. Very sweet blood orange scent. So it's kind of like a bit of a deeper orange, but sort of a little bit spicy as well. Got like a little bit of like cinnamon and stuff going on. So it's like a spicy orange scent, but like a deep orange because of the blood orangeness. I really like this a lot. This is really, really beautiful. So that's Michel Germain's Sugarful and Spice. Michel Germain's fragrances, they're readily available. Sexual is a very major line for them. They have a whole bunch of flankers. They have an Emily in Paris collection. So something exciting from Michel Germain, something I would be interested in trying. This is Emily in Paris's Romantic Eau de Parfum. The top of this is green apple and pink grapefruit, the middle is magnolia and pink peony, and the heart is wood and musk. And that sounds lovely, so I would like to get my nose on that if I can. They're a great brand, and they're Canadian. The next brand I wanted to highlight is Grange de Parfumeur. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Grange de Parfumeur is from Meleg, Quebec, and they were founded in 2014 by perfumer and artist Alexandra Barchard. They offer natural and unisex collections entirely formulated, crafted, and bottled on-site in eco-friendly returnable bottles. So they have a little perfumery tucked away in Magog, which is really cool. I've smelled a couple of things from this brand. I don't have them on hand, unfortunately, to smell right now. I've tried L'Authentique, Murmuration, Premier Violette, and Sous l'Abricotier. God, my pronunciation, I'm so sorry. Gotta be a better Canadian. I've tried these. They weren't for me, and I have since decluttered these samples and passed them along to someone who would appreciate them a little bit more, but I did really enjoy smelling them. That whole experience was really lovely. Something I'd be excited to try is Écorce Verte. So this has notes of bergamot, green apple, green tea, vetiver, Atlas cedar. The thing that intrigues me about this is both the green apple and the green tea, so I'd be really interested in trying this one in particular. The next brand up is Barre. They are from Nova Scotia. Barre is a collection of fine fragrances created by visual artist and independent perfumer Brie Hyland, made in her studio located in rural Macmackay, Nova Scotia, Canada, a seaside location called Scott's Bay. I haven't smelled anything from this brand, but I see them a lot on Instagram. Something I'm excited to try from this brand would be this perfume here called Witch. I like the description. Power walk for creative conjuring, tincture, sports drink, trap beat, weirdo in the woods. The notes are candy apple, dark forest, wormwood, tuberose, absolute, black frankincense, and foraged herbs. I like the witchiness. I like the inclusion of a candy apple. That is also kind of a thing with witches. I like the mixture of the two different kinds of witches. That sounds really cool to me, so I'd be interested in trying that. The next brand that I wanted to focus on is also readily available at Shoppers Drug Mart, and also mostly does a lot of makeup, but does have a few fragrances. The next brand is Lise Watier. They are at Shoppers Drug Mart. They are predominantly a makeup brand, but also do some fragrances. They have a classic fragrance from 1996. This is Neiges. This is a floral fragrance. It's not super my vibe. Yeah, a lot of creamy white florals, and Neiges is a great name for it because of the whiteness. Yeah, it's just a very nice floral scent. So if you're looking for a good floral and relatively inexpensive, it's a great option. So something I would be interested in trying from this brand is Vin du Sud. The top notes of this are mandarin, bergamot, blackcurrant, and kiwi. Heart notes are passion flower, pink jasmine, and apricot. Base notes are sandalwood, amber, cedarwood, vanilla, and musk. That sounds delightful to me. I would be interested in getting my nose on. So that is the brand Lise Watier. And the final brand that I'm going to talk about is an indie brand. They are called Spathe Botanicals. Spathe Botanicals is an avant-garde endeavor into perfumery synesthesia. All fragrances are made using 100% natural materials. This little discovery kit got sent to me. The perfumer Dylan is in some of the fragrance groups I'm in, so they gave a sample kit around to various people, and that's also sort of getting passed around by people, so it didn't come directly to me, but I do get to take a little bit of a sniff of these guys. So I have 3 fragrances here. I have Voyageurs, Colourblind, and Manitou. You'll see my reaction to them in, I think, next week's video is my testing video of the month, but these are extremely strong fragrances. I would say like one and done spray. I would say like when I was testing them in my other room, the room smelled like these for quite a long time. Just off of like one spray. Very, very strong, very potent. Voyageur. I picture like nature and pine trees. It's a little bit sweet, so that's Voyageur. Manitou. It does also smell quite piney, but like while Voyageur smells more like trees, this smells more like pine sap or tar. This one is also a bit less sweet than Voyageur. Again, also very, very strong. And then Colourblind. Colourblind. This one is more like beeswax, honey, but like a very animalic beeswax and honey. Smells very like almost musky to me, but all of the three of these are very, very strong. So they're a relatively new brand. They are also from, not my hometown, but one town over from my hometown. So I appreciate that. So something I would be excited to try. They have a new scent called Fugitives. The notes are listed here as burning incense, brewed coffee, and church pews. So like woody incense, coffee. That sounds something that is a little bit more up my alley than the other fragrances. I would be really interested in smelling their new fragrance. So that is Spathe Botanicals. And that is my part 2 of Canadian brands. Are you interested in more Canadian brands? Are you interested in a third video of this? I would love to hear from you. Happy Canada Day for those who celebrate. I will see you around, friends. See you next time.